Welcome, everyone. Have you ever caught a younger woman smiling at you and quickly brushed it off as mere politeness? Or maybe you assumed it meant nothing at all. But what if those smiles held deeper significance, a message that many older men often overlook? Today, we're exploring why younger women smile at older men and what those smiles might really convey. We'll unpack the subtle yet profound reasons behind these interactions, reasons that once understood could reshape how you view yourself and respond to these moments. Stick around because by the end you'll never question those smiles again. Let's dive in. 1. Stability is a rare and magnetic quality. Many men underestimate the value women place on stability in a partner. While younger men might focus on charm, excitement, or physical attraction, they often overlook a quality that can be far more compelling: stability, emotional, mental, and financial. A man who embodies stability stands out in a world filled with uncertainty. Younger women may not say it outright, but they're often drawn to a man whose calm, composed nature offers a sense of security, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally too. Emotional stability is increasingly rare. In a time when many are ruled by impulsive reactions and unregulated emotions, a man who maintains his composure during challenges exudes a powerful, quiet confidence. He doesn't lash out when things go wrong. He doesn't crumble when a woman pulls away. His steady presence makes him a reliable anchor, and women notice. They feel a sense of calm and security in his patient, balanced demeanor. Mental stability is just as compelling. It's not about intelligence alone. It's about having a grounded, assured mindset shaped by life experience. While younger men are still finding their footing, grappling with impulsive behaviors and emotional highs and lows, a stable man carries himself with certainty. He isn't swayed by fleeting feelings or the need for constant validation. This quiet self-assurance is magnetic because it suggests wisdom and inner strength. Financial stability is also widely misunderstood. It's less about having wealth and more about being disciplined and responsible. A man who wisely manages his resources, plans for the future, and maintains financial order signals dependability and foresight. It's not the money itself that attracts her. It's the self-control, foresight, and maturity behind it. This combination of stability, emotional, mental, and financial, is increasingly rare. Younger men are often still navigating life's chaos, reacting emotionally, and struggling to build a strong foundation. Meanwhile, a man who moves through life with calm assurance and self-possession becomes a source of intrigue and comfort. Women may not consciously acknowledge it, but they feel it. 2. Older men stand out in a sea of distraction. In a world where many younger men are still seeking validation, direction, and emotional control, the presence of an older man can be striking. Many young women are used to dating men their age who are still fumbling through conversations, nervously checking their phones, or overcompensating with forced humor or bravado. These men often project insecurity through constant social media updates, excessive efforts to impress, or anxious attempts to maintain control. They haven't yet mastered the art of being comfortable in their own skin, and it shows in every interaction. Then she encounters an older man. He stands apart. He isn't scrambling to impress or force a punchline. He doesn't feel the need to fill every silence with words. Instead, he holds steady eye contact, listens intently, and responds with calm assurance. He's comfortable in his own skin, moving through life with a quiet confidence that doesn't seek attention but effortlessly attracts it. He isn't chasing approval or validation, nor is he rattled by the presence of a woman. He's there by choice, not out of need. This quiet self-assurance is rare among younger men, making him stand out. His demeanor speaks volumes. His calm is unwavering, his energy grounded yet unforced. He isn't compelled to prove himself with flashy displays or exaggerated bravado. He understands that true confidence is not a show, but a state of being. He doesn't force laughter to fill the air or scramble to keep the conversation flowing. He's comfortable with pauses, letting silences exist without discomfort. This alone is compelling because it's so uncommon. 3. Experience is intriguing. She's used to men who try too hard to entertain, to impress, to assert their worth. But here is a man who simply is. A man with nothing to prove, yet everything about him draws her in. This subtle shift in energy is magnetic. Younger women have spent years surrounded by men who overthink, overcompensate, and overreact. When she meets a man who doesn't, she senses it immediately. She notices the weight of his presence, the calm steadiness, the quiet strength. He doesn't rush to fill every gap with words, doesn't flood her with messages to maintain her interest, and doesn't crumble at the thought of rejection. Instead, he moves with purpose, and that purpose is compelling. This is why younger women are drawn to older men. It's not just about experience, financial stability, or wisdom, though those matter. It's about how he makes her feel, how his presence contrasts with what she's used to, how he occupies her space without seeking her approval, how he brings something steady, something that makes her pause and wonder, who is this man and why can't I look away? A man waits in line at a coffee shop, calm and collected. He isn't fidgeting with his phone, scanning the room for attention, or posturing to look impressive. He's just present, comfortable in his skin. He orders his coffee with a calm, unhurried voice, nods politely to the barista, and waits without a hint of impatience. He's not trying to be noticed, but eyes naturally gravitate toward him. A younger woman nearby finds herself smiling, though she may not even realize why. This is the understated power of true confidence, something many younger men have yet to master. While youth can be uncertain, older men often radiate a calm assurance. They've weathered the storms of self-doubt and no longer feel the need to prove themselves, seek validation, or impress to feel valuable. This absence of insecurity sets them apart effortlessly. They don't rush to fill silences, don't over-explain themselves, don't second-guess every move. Their presence commands respect, not because they demand it, but because they embody it. Women are drawn to this kind of energy, often without understanding why. When a man is truly confident, his body language, tone of voice, and steady eye contact all convey a rare inner strength. A woman might not be able to articulate what makes him captivating, but she feels it. His presence exudes security, strength, and calm control. There's no desperation in his actions, no hidden neediness, no unspoken plea for attention. And that, more than anything, is what makes him magnetic. Most men spend their lives trying to be noticed, believing they must chase attraction. But the truth is, the most magnetic men don't chase at all. They don't have to. Confidence isn't about arrogance or dominance. It's about self-possession, about knowing who you are and being content with it. When a man stops seeking approval and simply shows up as himself, he becomes the man who not only catches her eye, but stays on her mind long after she's looked away. When a younger woman smiles at an older man, it's often not just about physical attraction. It's curiosity. It's a subconscious signal that she has noticed something different, something that sets him apart from the men she's known. 4. She genuinely finds you attractive. In her mind, a quiet thought forms. He probably knows how to have a real conversation. He seems like a man who knows what he's doing in life, operating on a different wavelength, not driven by insecurity or the need for constant validation like younger men. Younger men, especially those still finding their footing, tend to approach women trying to prove themselves. They rely on humor, status, or looks, often overcompensating by seeking approval and attention, trying to be the loudest voice in the room. But a man with experience carries himself differently. He doesn't need to prove anything because he's lived enough to know attraction can't be forced. True confidence is quiet. He moves with calm and ease, comfortable in his own skin. That calm energy naturally draws women in. Experience isn't just wisdom or life lessons, it's the presence that comes with it. A man who's faced challenges and learned from failures holds a depth younger men lack. He has perspective, able to see beyond the surface, and emotional control still developing in younger men. That stability is magnetic. A younger woman senses he's not reactive, desperate for attention, or seeking her validation. He listens when she speaks instead of waiting to talk. He holds space, engages without overwhelming, and makes her feel truly seen without needing approval in return. This is why experience intrigues. It's not just knowledge or maturity. It's how an experienced man carries himself. He understands social dynamics, not from study, but from living them. He holds conversations that are engaging and effortless, filled with substance, not shallow small talk. He's been through relationships, learned from them, and no longer acts from insecurity. That self-assurance is irresistible. When a younger woman smiles at an experienced man, she's not just reacting to looks, she's responding to his presence, energy, and the unspoken question of what it would be like to truly know him. She wonders about his life, the insights he might share, and what it's like to be around someone who doesn't chase or seek, but simply exists in a way that commands respect. That quiet magnetism can't be faked or rushed. It's the natural result of living fully, having nothing to prove and everything to offer. 5. She genuinely finds you attractive. There's a common misconception that men lose appeal as they age, that youth is the only measure of attractiveness and desirability fades over time. But that's far from the truth. Many younger women are drawn to older men not despite their age, but because of it. The qualities experience brings, wisdom, confidence, often make an older man more attractive than a younger one still finding his way. Physical appearance plays a role, but not how society assumes. Salt and pepper hair signals maturity, a distinguished look with depth. A well-groomed man with refined style stands out among younger men still experimenting. Beyond looks, it's how an older man carries himself that truly creates attraction. His demeanor is calm and collected, his presence steady, and he doesn't seek validation like an inexperienced man. This confidence, born from knowing who he is, creates natural magnetism. Society often tells men that aging means decline, and youth is the only currency of desirability. This makes men think their chances of attracting a younger woman vanish with age. But many younger women appreciate what an older man brings: maturity, intelligence, patience, and stability that younger men lack. He doesn't play games or operate from insecurity. He listens, moves with quiet confidence, and lets his presence speak louder than words. The smile a younger woman gives an older man isn't just politeness. It's admiration, curiosity, and attraction. She sees a man who has lived, who carries experience, and who commands respect without seeking approval. She recognizes his capability, composure, and the unique appeal of a life well lived. The biggest mistake older men make about their value. Many older men doubt their own worth, letting society chip away at their confidence. But the truth is, attraction isn't about youth or raw energy. It's about mindset. Men who embrace their age, carry themselves with quiet confidence, and know who they are, hold a powerful appeal. Reason 6, she's testing the waters. A woman's smile is rarely just a smile. It's a subtle signal, a test, an invitation, or sometimes a challenge. Younger women often smile at older men as a way to gauge their reaction, even without realizing it. She's watching. Does he smile back with calm confidence? Does he look away, unsure? Or does he miss the moment entirely? Women read these small signals to understand a man's presence and self-assurance before any words are spoken. The man who meets her smile with relaxed confidence, holding just enough eye contact without seeming needy, shows he's secure and comfortable in the moment. Looking away too quickly or seeming nervous sends a message of insecurity, which can kill attraction fast. Women are drawn to men who radiate quiet strength, who don't seek approval but naturally exude self-assurance. When she smiles, she's looking for a man who matches the confident, mature energy she admires. If he responds with that calm energy, he passes the test and validates her interest. If not, the moment and her interest fade. This isn't about games, it's instinctive. She wants to know the man she's attracted to can handle the subtle pressure of attention without cracking. The key? Don't overthink it. A confident man smiles back naturally, effortlessly, as if it's the most ordinary thing. What this means: younger women's smiles aren't random. They come from deep psychological cues: subconscious attraction, admiration for confidence, curiosity about life experience, or simply testing composure. Many older men have confidence, stability, and experience, the very traits younger men often lack. When a younger woman smiles, she senses this difference. She sees something intriguing and desirable. But the real lesson isn't whether she smiles, it's how you respond. A man who knows his worth doesn't overanalyze or doubt himself. He ignores societal narratives that undermine him and embraces his strengths with quiet confidence. So, when a younger woman smiles at you, don't dismiss it. Return it with confidence, not arrogance. Recognize it as a reflection of your strength, stability, and life experience. Remember, attraction isn't about age. It's about how you carry yourself and how comfortable you are in your own skin. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed these subtle signals? Ever missed one, only to realize later it meant more? Share your stories below. Let's learn together. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more on confidence, relationships, and personal growth. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.